Welcome to the series. Hopefully, you are coming on this series with a playlist that I will make somewhere around here, which will say, what's the name of the series? How to play tactical shooter. This should be the first video in it, and here's what we are going to discuss on it: why you shouldn't actually play tactical FPS. Here is everything that's written here. I will also put it in the description if you think you can understand what I'm trying to say without even listening to the video. I'll put it down below. But just like Eminem said, you can try and read my lyrics off this paper before I lay them, but you won't take the sting of these words before I say them. Okay? What that means is, unless you let me talk to you what we are going to talk about, I don't think you will understand. Anyways, so moving ahead, why you shouldn't play tactical FPS shooter. Tactical means anywhere where you have to strategize something. Okay, so we're not talking open world around here, we're only about talking about tactical. Most famous one is Counter-Strike and Valorant. However, there are other notable ones like Rainbow Six Siege and even some Call of Duty game modes where it's like 5v5 or 3v3, something like that. A set number of people against another set number of people who are all humans. That's the type of the game we're talking about. And then we are talking about the first person shooters only. You can also take it to third person shooters, but let's stick to the topic. Okay, moving ahead, why you shouldn't play these games. Okay, let's start with that. You know what, I will, you do not need to see my big face. I think a little bit is enough. Just see this, and hopefully if I put it somewhere around here, I don't think it will cut out. Where is the camera? Here is the camera. Okay, so this should not cut out. Okay, why you shouldn't play online multiplayer games like Counter-Strike or Valorant. I have played these games, and I'm not going to talk about them here. Okay, but I played this game a lot, and we're going to talk about it. The main reason why I made this video is when I'm doing the gaming research, when I'm playing every agent in Valorant every day. Today's day 10th. I realized a lot of people, there are a lot of people who want to join me in this pursuit. Okay, and they are like, they have made accounts, they have downloaded the game without realizing how harmful that can be. Anyways, moving on. So the number one thing, okay, with these type of game is cheaters and smurfs will ruin all your games. Okay, and there are cheaters that you will never realize are actually cheaters. There are cheaters. If everything was honest, everyone was playing the game as it was intended, maybe you could have some fun. But let me be very clear, with Counter-Strike, with Valorant, with any sort of Rainbow Six Siege or any sort of these online multiplayer game, it's full of cheaters. And I'm not talking about the recent CS2 scenario. No. I'm talking normal days. Okay? When they say their anti-cheat is working, when they say everything is fine, if you will look hard enough on the internet, you will find it. There are a lot of cheaters in these games. There are a lot of smurfs in this game. What is a smurf? Someone who played the game for quite some time, got pretty good at it, but for some reason, mainly because he kept losing games and decided this is not fun anymore, he made a new account, started playing the games again, and those people will ruin the experience for any newcomer. And they are in all games. There is no report for smurf because they are allowed. And there are also YouTubers around, moving around, a lot of them. In the name of making a video, they will say, oh, I made this account, I'm going to only use this particular type of weapon, some sort of handicap or something, or not even handicap, just a video. They will take a new account, they will ruin matches for so many new players just to make their video, and their video is done. And It's not like you need a license to make a YouTube video, so it's like every other guy. They like to ruin the games for others. They will say, oh, we are just doing for YouTube and we do not approve of Smurfs, and they are literally doing the same thing in their videos. Cheaters and Smurfs will ruin all your games. These games are very much based on info. Even if they are not aim assisting or something, it's very much dependent on info. If you remember the coach CS bug, just Google it. There was no actual cheating in the game, but the coach would get stuck in a particular position. That was enough to make some teams win over others. Cheaters and Smurf will ruin your the game. They are all around, and there are the stupid cheaters which you normally find on YouTube or something, on TikTok or on Instagram, that oh my god, he was cheating, he got banned, everyone is rejoicing. Those are the stupid cheaters. Those are not the real cheaters. I'm talking about the real cheaters. They aren't hard to detect. They put a different PC, maybe a Raspberry Pi or something. They put a different monitor. They put a different system, or maybe just a different a mouse. Okay, and that's enough for them to cheat. Once you know a little bit about the game, you can do that immediately. Okay, and if they get banned, talking about hardware bans, you can simply change your hardware ID. If you know, it's not that difficult, so you can play on the same system. You don't even need to buy another system. Okay, in games where you can spend hundreds of dollars on skin, paying a few bucks just to get an external device, a Raspberry Pi isn't that expensive, and you can. And the main thing is they are excellent at hiding. There was a Faceit level 1 guy. A Faceit is another platform separate from Counter Strike. Okay, Counter Strike's own matchmaking. Only pros play there, and he was number 1 on it for quite so many times. And after he got banned, people went back and looked at his clip, and they weren't able to tell if he was cheating or not. They simply couldn't tell that this guy was actually cheating. I'm not talking about the bug thing. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about he was actually cheating. He was actually knowing everything, and he accidentally got banned something. They can pay the cheat companies quite good amount of money, and they will keep their anti-cheat updated. It's a big business, big business with many people making money on it, just on the cheating side. And it's so prevalent that people even at the higher level in the pro scene, they only take a cut. Okay, so they do not, you can't just pay them a few $1,000s and they will give you the cheat. No, they want a cut of your prize money. Okay, and that's what it is. Anyways, moving on from that, I think there is one more thing. Okay, no, let's go in this order because I will get confused. If you base your happiness around winning a game, as most kids do, because they are kids, they don't realize that even if you're losing a game, you should have fun. Most of them base their happiness around winning a game. And if you check your old match history, just go ahead and check it is close to 50%. So if you win one game, I have lost the other. If you win one ring, you will lose the other one. That's the statistic. And if your happiness is based, and why am I saying this? And you will be like, oh, you know what? I don't base my happiness around this and that. Let me tell you, the game is designed in such a way to, what's that word? The game is designed in such a to reinforce your dopamine, your making you basically a drug addict just on dopamine. These companies hire a psychologist, psychiatrist. What the hell do they need that for? Gambling kings, those casino people. Why do they have those people in their team? This is a game because they want to make it as addictive as possible, and ignoring everything else, even just on the winning part, everything in the game so making a sound, victory, particular way it's done, showing you plus something, colored is green, it shows arrows above. Everything that you see visually has been designed by hours and hours and hours of people trying to define it what gives the most, you know, dopamine response. Okay, dopamine is not a drug on which you want to base your life around. There are four. There are one. Just dopamine is not the only drug that you base your life around. There is oxytocin. There is serotonin. There are other drugs which your body automatically generates. Dopamine is not the one that you want to keep going on your life. Yeah, it is good for short term, but once you start focusing on dopamine, yeah, your life sucks. You will regret it at the end when you're about to die. That maybe I was not focusing on the real things. So, anyways, yeah, we'll talk about this happiness thing later. At a certain rank level, you will get stuck due to cheaters, mainly and unless you can find friends to play them with. Okay. At a certain rank level, whatever that may, it can be the lowest of the ranks, it can be the highest. Oh yeah, these have ranked match play, which is being promoted so that you can show your skill in the game. At a certain rank level, you will get stuck. You will get stuck a lot due to these cheaters or smurfs, and even if they are not there, mainly uh, and unless cheaters, smurfs, and just not having a good team. Simple as that. Just not having a good team on your part. Okay, these are tactical FPS games. You need to be able to communicate with other players. You're not playing 1 versus 5 or something. You're playing always 5 versus 5. But remember that this is chess. Tactical FPS shooter is chess, and you cannot win the game with just one the piece on the board. Okay, and when you don't get other people who are at a similar level, which are very hard to come by, and even if they are a good teammate, they might not always be available, and they might certainly turn on each other if you start losing the game. There is a very famous clip on, I think it was at some Counter Strike, where the players thought it's the end of the match and they started shouting at each other. And when they realized, no, they haven't lost it, everything went back to normal. Is that the kind of thing that you want to? So here is the thing: whatever game you play, after a certain rank level, after something, if you keep chasing that, dopamine. Oh my God, I have ranked up to this. Now I need to rank up to this. Now I need to rank up. If you keep chasing that dream, you will get stuck. And the game is designed in a way to make you chase that thing. Okay, and you will not be able to find good teammates. And here is the thing: you will have to find 4 more people like you. 4 more people, at least. 4 more. I'm not talking about 1 or 2 more. You want 4 more people who are as interested in this game, as willing to communicate, as willing to act up, just like you. It's not easy even if you keep playing games all day long. It's not easy. Okay? More than 50-60% of them don't even want to use a mic. They do not understand. They do not want to. They just want to keep their mic shut, keep their communications on, and just play the game. Moving on. Spending money in game is the reason everything is so flashy and addicting. Every time you hit a shot in Counter Strike or Valorant, you will hear a different kind of music, a different thing pop up on your screen, a skull icon in the below, or a card icon in Counter Strike. Why has that been done? Why is there a red bar showing in the top corner that you just killed someone, and if you kill it twice, it becomes number 2? It becomes even more amazing. You keep killing, it becomes. Everything has been done in that way because they want you to ultimately spend money in the game. Now you will say, in Counter Strike, the skins don't make anything go flurry and beautiful and wonderful like a fairy island as it happens in Valorant. How does that go in that? But remember, just having those skin, you know, those expensive skins, that's enough for other people to come to you, talk to you, and maybe pick that weapon from you, inspect it, show it to others. Point I am making is spending money is the main reason everything is less, even if that doesn't do much, like in Counter Strike. Okay, even if that doesn't do much. In Valorant, let's not even talk about Valorant, man. Let's not talk about Valorant because you have seen the skins. You know what happens when it's the end of the rhyme and you get the kill. It's completely based on dopamine. They target dopamine responses with everything, and the addiction to on these games are very, very high. Addiction in these games are so high that sometimes you'll start to wonder, is it what uh, addiction to drugs or addiction to what's that, alcohol, cigarettes, is it what it feels like? And you will be pretty right, that is what it feels like. Sometimes there are a lot of studies, I can't exactly find one, but I have read some of them, or someone has talked about and I listened to it. But the point is, they are addicting. I'm not talking about mobile games. They are basically made designed to make you a drug addict. We will talk about them on later sometime. But they target dopamine responses with everything, and the addiction of these games are very, very high. Okay, everything in the game, from the gameplay to the skins to everything that you do, it has been made in such a way that it becomes an addiction. You know it. You are tired, you want to go to sleep, you know you have work or school tomorrow, and you still click on the play button, don't you? Why? Unable to stop you from doing something, even when you know it's wrong or it's not the right time or you have done a lot of it today. That is addiction, isn't it? How many more games you have played when you were tired and you were supposed to sleep? How many of you have played games till to 11, 12 o'clock? You know, whatever the time doesn't matter. Let's say you were going to sleep at 12 o'clock and you kept playing at 4. That's 4 hours out of your life. You get less sleep, everything is ruined in life, and you come back and you try the same thing again. This is addiction. Simple as that. Now, I think the main thing, if there is one thing that you should focus on in this video, is this: the amount of hours that you put in these games to learn it, to even be to even be average, to even be average. Okay, and let me give you a perspective. 500 hours is not enough. 500 hours in these games are not enough. You need at least 1,000 hours. Yes, 1,000 hour playtime in these games. Okay, so you play 2 hours every day. That's 500 days. Easy. You need 1 to 2 years easily. 2 years easily. If you just play 1 or 2 hours every day, of course it will change if you keep playing 10 hours every day. But the point is, these games and these FPS games, first person shooter games, the skill on it is so high, and there are, especially in Counter Strike, since it's been around for most probably before you were born, it's been so, it's been here for so long, it's been here for so long that even to get average, just to start having fun in this game, you will have to spend 1,000 hours easy, and then maybe you will start understanding everything. Valorant makes it easier to get into, but the skill there is again the same. Remember, the middle ranks are diamond in Valorant. Okay, that's the average rank, not iron, bronze. Anyways, if you didn't understand that, good, you shouldn't. Don't worry about it. amount of hours in these games, so that's enough. Okay, and the thing is, what happens if you do not spend, uh, what else can you do with this game? I used to play this game a lot. I used to play Counter Strike a lot. I have 2000 hours in this game. Where do you see it? But that's not the accurate. I played before I made one account. We didn't. The Steam was quite new when I first bought the game. Yeah, it was not always free to play. So when we first bought the game, when we first got the game, and we realized what I was talking about, I have no idea. Oh yeah, point is, I played on my sister's account quite a bit because we could only afford one game, so we got this and I played. But I would easily say I have more than 2500 plus hours in CS2. I have in 1.6 I have maybe 400-500 hours, and that almost 3000 plus hours in just Counter Strike. A Source and other games I didn't play. And you know what? I will first read through it, and I will talk to you. I remember when I bought this game, I really wanted her to experience online gaming. She actually did it, but it's not for me. Okay. The only reason I installed this game was the lack of server on Battlefield. Oh yeah, that's real. That is real. I wanted to play Battlefield. I was playing Battlefield, Bad Company 2. I loved it, but it had 200 plus ping. We do not have servers in India. So yeah, I like a lot of military shooter, realistic military shooter games where tactics matter a whole lot than these games, and every match can be fun, even if it just if it, that is my theory. That is my theory. I have not been able to try it mainly because there aren't server yet. Maybe with some new game, we'll try it. So in case you're wondering, if I'm going to stop playing these games based on this video, what will I play? Realistic military shooters, and only when I have someone to play them with. Okay, I will play even card or casino games offline if I have someone to play. I think that is a good point. If you have a good set of friends, if you have people who are willing to play some games with you, don't mind what the game is. You don't mind what the game is. Anyways, yeah. I still wanted to give this a try mainly because of survival number 12, and much as well, it has not been worth it. So much hours, and I cannot tell you. What happened was when I saw this 1500 hours, when I saw this 1500 hours on my account, Steam account, I stopped and I asked myself, what if I had spent 1500 hours learning something better, learning some sort of skill, maybe a skill for work, maybe a skill just for fun, maybe playing a violin, maybe an art thing, maybe rallying in real life, or maybe going to an actual gun range and shooting actual guns. What would have been different? Would I have enjoyed those things so much? I remember playing badminton, grinding badminton all night long with people in my college. They still remember me. We used to play all the night, all through the night. If we had the time, we did. We played a lot of it, and we trained on it. Every minute of it was amazing. We loved doing it. Even today, if I find someone find someone who is willing to play badminton, I can assure you I will lose all this extra gait that I have gained. Very easy. I have been slim all through my life. Only in the past 4 or 5 years I have not been like this. Okay. Anyways, not the point of the story. Point of the thing is, when we are grinding something like that, a real skill, even you know what, just open up the laptop, learn some software, some Blender or something. I realized I was quite a tech guy. Okay, even though I do not talk about these on these channels because there are so many people who want to talk to me about it. So separate channels for these. So I spent 100 plus hours on Excel. I stopped gaming and I was like, you know what? Let's give it a try. What happened if I just do courses upon courses upon courses on LinkedIn? That was the time. I will link that video somewhere. and I did. Lo and behold, it was COVID. COVID was going on. There weren't any jobs around, and I still got a job offer based completely on my knowledge of Excel. Even though it was telecom industry, based completely on the knowledge of Excel. Yeah, yeah, that's my LinkedIn profile. That's the job I got. This was completely when I stopped gaming, and I was, you know what, let's learn a skill. Okay, just a little bit of context here. All my life, I have been in tech. I always wanted to be in tech. When it was time to choose a stream, I put in tech, CS and IT. But somehow, due to some influence, I also put in a third branch, civil engineering, which I thought I could maybe bridge the gap, maybe put some tech. Even, you know what, I cannot blame it completely on the other person. I was also young. So I thought I could do that. That ruined my career from back there. Okay. So that's, and every moment that I lived, I kept going back to that, and I was like, you know, if I could just change that. Sorry, I don't want to get emotional in this video. The point is, I love tech. I love tech. Okay, and just because I didn't have a degree or something, I didn't give tech my 100%. I always kept thinking, and just as other people in the industry, when they are finding candidates, when they see someone not from there, not having a particular degree in that particular field, they usually don't hire them. And and and, and that's an important thing. Okay, so there was a lot of things. I was pretty depressed back then. Well, I will talk about it later, maybe in the tinnitus video that's about to come out, the ADHD video. I will talk about it more then. But anyways, so I spent 100 plus hours on Excel, and I got a job um, in this telecom company, even though I was not from the telecom background, because I knew Excel pretty well. Okay, and in, I think I joined the company in a week. I made those who are in Excel will know this. Let me try to. I made some automation. Okay, so for the things that used to take 4 hours earlier, it was done in 2 minutes. Okay, I did a lot of that, and I loved doing that. Okay. While I was there, I realized I am more towards the programming side of things, and I don't really care about telecom and all those, you know, corporate things and all. I hated that. I hated that. Then I spent 200 plus hours on programming. I have always been a self-study guy. I don't do coachings and tuitions, but I do some courses here and then. I will share those videos. Okay, I will share those videos. I've already done that on the other channel, but I will share those videos. But yeah, I spent about 200 plus hours on learning programming, whatever language I could pick up. I did a lot of courses, and I just share them on the work website. If you go to this website, here it is. Okay, and there you will see there are hardly any videos here. I got my first job offer based on this video. Oh no, not sorry, not that one. Yeah, here it is. This one. This is big, only a part of the course. Did nothing here. I wasn't even thinking. I was just following the course. I didn't make this. If you ask me to make it again, I probably won't be able to make it. But yeah, the point is, I was just following a course, and I recorded a video. It got 30 views. Out of those 30 views, one person was a CEO of a company. He called me, and he handed me a pretty good job offer, considering I didn't have anything in this. However, I turned it down because that job required quite a bit of traveling, and I liked work from home jobs uh, for quite some reason. But I think caregiving has been a lot of what my career has been about. And also, when I did my first job, this job, that's the reason I got fat. That's the reason I gained a lot of weight. and because it was too hectic, the travel was horrible. Even though the pay was pretty good, none of my other jobs could match it. I hated working there. Okay, I hated working there. Not everyone else. Okay, I personally hated because I felt like, what's the point of the video? No, that's not the point of the video. Sorry. Let's get back to track. So yeah, I spent 200 plus programming hours on program to get a job as an entry software developer with non-IT degree. That is important thing, with non-IT degree. Maybe I will link that video also. Yeah, and this game expects me to put 1,000+ hours to learn the mechanics that could have been literally spelled out. That is a different thing. You can ignore that, but there are a lot of things that these games don't teach. Okay, that these games simply don't teach you. Okay, they will put a small course for you, and I'm like, no. And there are so many things that if these games, literally made small training courses, which Counter-Strike has a few, but that's not like how it's supposed to be. Okay, it should be part of the game so that everyone is on the equal playing field. Some of these stupid mechanics are like, if you peek from the right in Counter-Strike, you will see the enemy before they can see you. If you peek from the left, okay, from the left side, they will see your body first and you will die. Did you know that? And there are other stupid mechanics in these games, a lot of them, and they don't teach you. If they wanted a level playing field, which I don't suspect they want, okay, I don't think these companies want level playing field. I'll talk about it later, but the point is, there are a lot of hidden rules, hidden ways to play this game, how you are supposed to play this game, which they never talk about. Okay, I remember this game of Valorant we were playing, and the other team was absolutely getting destroyed by us because matchmaking sucks. You will never actually truly have a team in front of you that actually matches you. Most of the time, either you are winning by a lot or you are losing by a lot. Okay, there is also a very common mechanic in these games. If it just boots up, I will even show it to you right now. Okay, in these FPS games, they do not tell it to you. Okay, and I think that is the primary reason I'm making this series. Even though I am, stopping you from going into this path, at least there is something. The last game was horrible, so I just left it. Anyways, so let me show you something. Can we play a death match? Okay, let me just show you just quite a few things. Okay, so we were playing a game and we were getting absolutely destroyed. Okay, the reason you are not going to hear the, I should probably let you hear the game audio. Give me a moment. Again, more explanation in the other video that I make. So yeah, this is a there are quite of things that they don't teach you. One of them is you do not shoot with the mouse. What do you mean? What I mean is, if you expect an enemy to be here, okay, you do not swing like this and you try to aim at their head. What you do is, you put your crosshair around here, you peek out and you press shoot once. Okay, so you do it like this. Okay, you are not trying to win. So if you know an enemy is here, you try to do it like this. Okay, so that is okay, this gun is horrible, by the way. Its first bullet accuracy is horrible. Okay, yeah, I don't want to play the game right now. Put AFK penalty as much as you want. That is just one thing. Okay, so one guy was having, I was talking about that. They were getting absolutely destroyed by us, and The guy in frustration writes, "How are you guys winning? I play this game so often, I feel horrible." And I just write, what? Don't shoot with the mouse. Shoot with the keyboard. What I meant was what I just showed you. Hide behind a corner where you expect an enemy to be. Pick out, shoot once, hide back. And in one round, he was like, "Brother, you saved my life. This is amazing." And there's when I got the idea. There are a lot of things in these games that are unwritten that no one tells you. And when I think if these were part of the game, that for to learn play to play this game, you need to know how to peek like this, you need to need the angles, and you need to peek like this, you should need to go back, you need to jump like this, you need to go back, because these are sandbox game. Okay, they do not program everything in this. They gave you the openness to do what you want, but that also means there are a lot of things which other people have developed, because this is the multiplayer game, so you have to be on your toes all the time. And maybe if that was part of the game, that you should spend 10 hours learning this, you should spend 10 hours learning this, maybe about 100 hours, and then you should be allowed. I think it's done in Dota, no one is allowed to play ranked games before 100 hours. I don't know, but the point is, if they were forced to do it like that, and then people went ahead and opened these games, and they did that, and then they realized how much work is actually needed to have fun in this game, to start actually playing this game, maybe most of them would quit. And maybe that's the reason they do not make such things. Did you know in Counter-Strike you do not play watching the whole monitor? There's a small part of the screen, a little bit, maybe this big. That's where everything happens. And that's the reason you will see pros sitting like this. Everything else on the side doesn't matter. You expect an enemy to be here. You play on those, 100, 200 pixels, 200 by 200 pixels. That's where the game happens. You don't even see the enemy. You see a dot. If your dot is on their dot, you click it, you win. There are a lot of things these games do not teach, and they don't want to teach you. I That's my personal opinion. They have had so many hours. If they wanted, they could have done that, and then everyone could have entered this game on the same level. But that doesn't happen. Anyways, yeah, these games are absolutely pay to win. Okay, not in the traditional sense of you get better guns, a better what's the stat in the game just because you pay some money, but having a stable internet connection and having a better ping than the front person, or a large ping difference, can be absolutely crucial between you winning or losing. Also, having a better PC. Okay, especially if you have a high refresh rate monitor and you are getting that much frames per second. I was terrible at these games, played at 60 hertz. I got a higher hertz display monitor, a good laptop. Now I am winning a lot. I immediately climbed out of bronze to silver like no joke in a few days when I started playing seriously. Earlier I used to grind it and I couldn't do it. Same thing with Counter-Strike. Immediately. These games are pay to win. You need to have a good setup to even play it. Okay. Oh yeah, and the in-game time that you say, and you will be like, you know what? I haven't actually spent that much time in the game. I've spent it in the lobby, looking at other things or something. The game is the reason you are sitting there. Okay, so if someone says, you know what, these 1800 hours or the 300, this 1800 hour in the game, it's not accurate because I have not actually been looking at the game or looking at skin or something. You have opened up the game. You are looking at something related to the game. Maybe a streamer, maybe a video, maybe a live going match, maybe skins, maybe something. But you are on the monitor, on there, and you are giving up your time. Remember, Time is something you can't buy with money. Once gone, it's gone. Your skill, as I said before, depends a lot on how good your internet connection is, how better your ping advantage is, how good a PC you have, and then the actual game sense and name things come in. Most people can't afford that, and that's the reason you will see kids struggling to play this game. And they also want to have fun. They have seen some YouTube videos and they are like, yeah, I also want to do this, I also want to do that. And when they do it, it's... anyways, this is quite an emotional thing for me because I see a lot of kids trying to do this, trying to replicate what they have seen on the internet, trying to get into the game because they saw some video and a few people were having fun. And they are like, you know what, if I go there, I will also have that sort of fun. 99% of the case, they aren't. They're getting absolutely drilled by the enemy and by their own teammates for being a kid, for learning, for playing these games, not to the level they expect you to. Isn't that right? Shouldn't these games be putting you against equally skilled players with no smurfs, with no cheaters? And you guys are just trying to have fun. Shouldn't that be the real? Or is the skins so important that you have forgot what the game is about? They put every focus on ranking up, on buying skins, on this, on that. If they could have just built their matchmaking systems better, or a proper way of a tutorial for someone who is new to the game, matching these new people with new people, letting them know it's all right, plan to have fun in these games. Recent streams I started playing Counter Strike, Road to Face It, having fun. Because when I used to put Road to Face It level 3, level 4, what used to happen, that used to be my only focus and absolutely lose every game. Anyways. Also, this is can be quite a bit controversial, but that's the reality. The younger you are, the more your time is valuable. The younger you are, the faster you will learn skill, any sort of skill. Brother, pick pottery if you have to. I don't care. Pick calculus if you have to. Pick something in life, whatever interests you. Anyways, not the point of the video. I will put them. But the point is, they are trying to get your time. Okay, and if you are playing these FPS games on a lower hertz monitor with bad internet connection, because you can't have good internet connections everywhere on the world, can you? You cannot have, not everyone can, parents can afford a PC just so that their kids can play a game. I understand, I come from there. And not everyone can do that. And remember that you are giving up your time. Anyways, oh yeah, just a transition from that. Clips you see online never tell you the whole story. You go ahead, you saw that all, what his name? Olaf Meisters. Was it Olaf? What was that shot? Jumping double from Olaf. You see that clip, you're like, oh my god, I will replicate it. What you don't see in that clip is the guy behind had a lower health than the guy in the front. That's the reason the guy in the behind died. When you see that clip from, I think it was Hiko, I think, Happy's Deagle. Either it was Happy's Deagle or it was Nico. I think it was Happy's Deagle. If you search for that clip, what they don't show you in that is Kenius was on the site. He flashed the enemy team. Okay. He helped his teammate out. That didn't used to show back in those days. And that's the reason this guy was able to kill. And everything, the focus has been put on this person and not him. This is a team game. what you see online, little small clips, is not the full story. Okay, the with every, the reason people get attracted to these games, some sort of those things do matter. Okay, they don't tell you the whole story. When the next time you watch such clip, now just see what happens at the top. You know, how many rounds they are losing by. I think there was some guy who used to play a particular agent in Valorant. Okay, so I think that's Cypher main or something, and he is showing off his trips and everything. And when I see the top scoreboard, they are losing horribly in many of these games. So the real story was, he was making clips for YouTube and didn't care if he lost or won. And maybe more than likely, whatever setups he was doing might work for a few rounds. It certainly didn't work for a lot of others. So what happened was, what happened was, you didn't see that. You didn't see those rounds where he was not performing well. People like to, it's just like Facebook, na? Isn't that what Facebook does? What people do on Facebook, on social media? They remove the horrible part of their lives and then only put the good things there. Isn't that what they do? You see that, you get absolutely jealous of these people buying expensive cars, going on holidays. You do not know the whole story. They will not share it with you. They will not tell you what problems they are having at home. Why would they? They are not going to tell you of an impending divorce, of feeling horribly in a relationship and not being able to do about something about it. Just take a picture, smile for the picture, and done. It is the same sort of thing. What you don't see is the pain and hours that goes into, uh, you know, doing that, and the hours not having fun, not enjoying these games. So there is a quote written here: if you're not having fun, I don't care what you are doing, don't do it. Move on, find something else, something else. Life's too short. Who said that? Who said that? I need to know his name. Jerry, someone, I think Doyle it is. Nintendo something. And that's, I think that's the main point, isn't it? Why are you going to play this game if you're not going to have fun? Oh yeah, and one more thing that they don't tell you is, yeah, they will show you an A shot or A or some clip or something, and what they will forget to mention that the enemy team was absolutely horrible. They had no knowledge of what was going on, and they missed something, and somehow you just capitalized on it. That didn't happen. All the other rounds did it. That happened for one or two rounds, and you had fun. Or maybe they were matched horribly. They weren't supposed to be. Even, it was not a level playing field. It was not a level playing field. Anyways, oh yeah, I'm moving on from that. The more you play these games, the more you want to watch the games in a stream, on YouTube videos or something. You might want to. Even this playlist is part of that, isn't it? Why are you watching this playlist? Because you want to get good. Why? Anyways, the more you watch these, remember that, uh, even if you try to enable all sort of ad block on your system, you will still see those little ads and little things on those YouTube videos, those sponsors and everything. Every other video, in every 5-minute video, there is a 2-minute sponsor spot. Anyways, everyone is trying to get into your wallet or your time. They want their time or your wallet. How is your time valuable for them? Because then you can be a bait for other players who have spent the money in the game. Okay, so your whole point is to die there horribly, so the other people who have who are unmatched better, at least they are having fun. The people who are paying money, of course, I'm not talking about the blatant ad, not the ads that say, "Oh no, this is an ad." Of course, I'm not talking about that. The hidden ads, the little words that are said between a game. Oh, I got this skin from this website, or sometimes they will even not mention the website, but they will get you into it, isn't it? I played this Valorant game for quite some time. Even from the beginning, I played it. In the recent month, it's like every kid knows the name of the skins, not the guns. Why do you know the name of every skin in this game? What I do not. What was, I think it was some K named some skin or something. Do you have that K or something? I didn't even say the gun. He couldn't shoot anything good. He was horrible at the game. But that was clear that he has spent hours and hours looking at footage, getting that dopamine. You have spent hours when you should have been playing this game, just watching it, watching it. Crucial time of your life taken away. You are young. Anyways, the more you want the anything, yeah. So, and remember, brother, what you put inside you, it will become part of you. You start chasing those little things in life, those skins and whatever. You start chasing things in real life like that. Isn't that's the basis of every other scam? Because they think they can trick you into something, because you have already been tricking yourself for so long. Anyways, with so many things wrong in the, oh yeah, that's the second part of the YouTube video. With so many things wrong in the game, everything that I talk about here, banners, spammers, but let's pick the main thing, that's the cheaters. You start looking for videos, or more than likely, you start getting recommendations for this video where the other guy did something wrong. Okay, someone got cheated. Isn't that a whole category on YouTube? Cheaters got banned, hashtag revenge, and you are here. I actually wanted to just make a video on this part only. Is this what YouTube has become? Just all the negative things that you could have done, that anyone could have done, and people are laughing at it and you're watching it. They are kids. They don't have time. Maybe I'm not giving the cheaters a pass. Of course, they are cheaters. They got banned. End of story. Why are we watching clips of that? Why is it being recommended so much? And remember what I said before. What you spent, what you put in yourself, that will become a part of you. You start watching these videos, soon you will start looking in your life for things to laugh at other people for. And let Lord have mercy and this doesn't happen to you. What usually ends up happening is you start finding those faults in yourself, and the albatross around his neck was hung. Do you remember that story? There was no reason to kill that albatross, but you did it anyways. Justice, isn't it? You think people getting banned or something they did wrong and they got banned. I read the comments on these videos. Like everyone, what kind of society have you become? Come on, brother. You got banned, move on. And there was a recent something with Face It Pros. They were new junior team. They were new. They spent 20,000 hours in this game. They were learning it. They were doing everything. A certain console commands come, that part of the game. Okay. Uh, they were trying to see if it works or not. They are young kids. They do not care. They tried it just to see if it's working or not. They got banned for 2 years. Career finished there, then and there. Okay. Even though should have been part of bug report, and the maximum they should have got was 6 months, which is what Faceit says. They still got 2 years because Faceit needed to make an example out of them. Anyways, two people, career ruined. Not the point of the video. The point is when on a pixel there is a video on it. He talked with those people, and I kept reading the stream chat and this, and like everyone is like, "Oh, you guys suck. You're deserved," and something like. Is that who we have become as person, as a society? Is that who we have become? That we flame other people who have. They are our brothers and sisters. They did a bad thing. They're not a bad person. There is a difference. It's like, it has become taboo to help people. If someone has become bad, become horrible, it's like it has become taboo. Yeah, you can't do that. Why? This person has done something wrong. Okay, he is done for life. Ban him immediately. Let's not talk to him again. On my other YouTube channels, I gave this threat quite a bit that, permanent ban. Even my rule says permanent ban. If you try to do this permanent ban, what they don't know is every few months I just remove everyone that is banned on that list. I give them a second chance. Why shouldn't you? Why are we as a society watching these cheaters, watching these people and blaming on them? Okay, they did wrong something. Of course, there should be repercussions. There always will be. If someone gets starts sitting in the game, yeah, ban them for a few months, few years. Sure, do that. Why not? Yeah, I'm not saying that there shouldn't be justice. Yeah, sure, do it. You step out of the bounds. You know what you have done. You go ahead and murder someone. I'm not saying to leave that person. No, you are going to serve your time. But should we start, becoming like him? I think that's my point, isn't it? At what point should you stop and ask yourself, is it really what I want to do? Should I be like this just because I have been given an order? Should I follow it? No? You know who I'm talking about. Why? Why? Oh, why? I don't understand it. How is revenge such a big part of our lives today? Should we not give them a pass? Let it be. Yeah, of course, it's a game. They know the rules. They know the rules. And if you do something, you get banned. They know it. But should we make fun of that? It's like the olden days, isn't it? If someone has done something wrong, shave his head, put him on a donkey, and march him through the society to shame him. Is that what you want to really do? I'm not saying that the person is great, but shouldn't you just ignore it and move on? The reason I'm saying this is because when you start being absolutely horrible at the game, you start to look at these clips and you start try to feel a little bit better about yourself. I try to. If I was, I don't know, man. There should be a morality thing on YouTube. That's all I'm saying. Some things that should be shown to other people and maybe some things not. The only way to be good at such games is to spend. Oh yeah, this should be another point actually. I'm sorry. I know that went a bit off topic, but it is an important thing. I see it happening in the games a lot. People are happy if some other person gets banned, and I mean, I told you already they can just come back anyways. It doesn't matter. They are not permanently banned or something. Okay, even hardware bans are not that reinforceable. They are coming back just to have that little fun. Is that really what you want to do? Is that the person that you want to become, who laughs at other people's mistakes? The reason I say that, because you will not realize it when you have started watching these videos. You will not realize it that you already became this person. Yeah. Anyways, moving on from that. The only way to get good at such games, if you spend a lot of time, critical time out of your life, and the happiness is. What the hell did I write here? The only way to get to good to such is to spend a lot of time, critical time out of life in these games, and the happiness to our spend. Oh yeah, the amount of hours you put into the game and the amount of hours you actually have fun is very little. Very, very, very little. Very little. Okay? It's very little. And I remember when I had a job and I was trying to, game on the sides. When I used to play such games, I used every day I was, half asleep, because you lose one game, you lose another, you lose another. I'm like, I should probably win a few games or something. But you don't. You don't have fun. You don't. Maybe you have fun. Maybe in 30 days, one day or something, one day a month or something. That is terrible way to spend your time. That is a terrible way to spend your time. I already wasted my life trying to do this. Oh, let's not go in that part of that, because oh my god, the horrible decisions I have made throughout my life. Again, not just gaming. Gaming, I think gaming at least kept me going in life a bit. It might have actually helped me. Second video will be that. Second video will be that why you should play these games. But yeah, the point is, the only way to be good at these games is to take out time from your daily life when you are in school, in college, working, having a funny family, learning or running everything in your family, and then you are trying to play these games. Hey, it's over, man. You can't do anything else. You're tired all the time. Steam library full of games you can't play because you have been focusing all your time on that one horrible FPS game, hoping, thinking that you will have fun, that you will find people. And I think that is also one part of it, isn't it? Because it's so easy to get into these games and find people to talk with, to have this, and somewhere around the line you forget that you can have those connections in real life also, and you try to find them online. Anyways, one round you guys are having fun, the next time, next the enemy team. The matchmaking system is broken in these games, no matter what they tell you. It is broken due to the reasons above, also smurfs and everything. What will happen is, I played, I think 6-7 games I have been playing every day for the last 10 days. For the last 10 days I have played about 70-80 games of competitive proper games in Valorant, and it's the same story. One game we are just, absolutely trashing the other team. The next game they are trashing us. Even if we are all the same ranks, we can't understand it. The way these games rank people is horrible. Every time there is a new season in Valorant, new episode, they just reset everyone's rank, and they put the little new babies with the pros. They get absolutely demolished. What was the reason for that? I have no idea. Shouldn't the skills still go through, If someone is pretty good at that game today, why wouldn't he be tomorrow or a month from now? Yeah, maybe he needs a few warm-up matches. The way the matchmaking system in all these online multiplayer games are made, it's not it's not working properly. Simple as that. It's not working. And even if they work, people will abuse it. People will abuse it. Okay. So remember the statistic that I told you about? 50%. You will win 50% of your matches. Out of 2 matches, you win one. You lost one, you might lose the next. You win the next, you might lose next. Overall, in complete statistic, 50% of the time you are going to lose the game. And if you are not, if you are losing more than 50%, your ranks will get down maybe. So it's a horrible level that you start winning again. And this cat and mouse game will keep going on for life. What should have happened was, there shouldn't have been any, cheaters or anything in this game. You should have been, put against player of similar expertise as you. Everyone should have the level playing field. Everyone should have the same knowledge, and from the beginning they should have known this is how you play these games. But honestly, I think companies don't want that. I don't think they want that because it brings in money. Okay, so we are going to talk about alternative. Let me just be back from toilet. Bit about moving ahead. And there is this is not FPS game, but League of Legends, similar story there also. If you apply it, I think this should be applied to all. But yeah, in what they found was, in one of every 5 games, there was a proper cheater, and that statistic isn't correct because it's quite a long, quite many than that. But those were the ones they were able to find. Okay, remember that statistic because it's quite a lot higher in reality. Anyways, yeah. Now that I have ruined your mood, let's move on. What's the alternative? What's the alternative to these games? What is it? What can you actually, gaming is an excellent way to have entertainment in life, without a doubt. Okay, it's an excellent way to consume media. I think the most fun that you can have is with gaming, but with the proper games. Okay, what are the alternatives? If because multiplayer, I guess you play multiplayer games is because you do not want to play single player games. I think that is my theory. So yeah, co-op games, any game that has a co-op mode where you are put with them and maybe follow a story. Okay, so maybe follow a story where 2 or 3 or 4 people, even if it's an FPS game, you try to shoot everyone in the game. Those you try to shoot people, are not other people, but AI bots or something. Okay, so co-op games. If you really like these games, play the co-op games. They are amazing. Okay, they are amazing. I still remember, and here is the thing: Steam, it's an excellent platform for that. Steam is an excellent platform. This is a very old game. It's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Okay, if you try to, if you want to, if you played the single player and you go into the multiplayer, you will see there are quite a ton of, what's it called? Yeah, multiplayer games. Okay, and if you I don't know if you have played Call of Duty, just search the airship mode or something. There is a helicopter above. Okay, and you shoot actual missiles from down there, and you have your ground team there. Okay, so in one of these games, I really want to do it with someone. One person gets to control that, the top one, and one person is playing that. I think Arma games and they are also part of that, but they're quite complex. Let's not talk about it. But yeah, here it is. In these, this is not guide. Where is the discussion? Here is the discussion games. And if you, what's that called? Pop-up. Maybe I can find it with it. Yeah, here it is. Even in the recent year, not co-op, what do you say? Missions, I think. They're called missions in this co-op missions. Here it is. So what the thing is, a lot of people, even today, even today, if you are looking to play this game with somewhere, if you are still looking to play this game with someone, you can just come here and you can post, you know, you can start a new discussion thread here. You can post here that you are interested in playing this game, okay, with someone, and people will join you. I found quite a few people who were ready to play with me from all around the world. They're ready to play with me, and I found quite some amazing people in this game. I mean, we had fun. We absolutely were destroyed, but we had the fun. Sadly, there is no recording of that. We had absolute fun. Similarly, there is this game, the Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands. It is also co-op games. Okay, and what happened was I didn't realize that uh, I didn't realize, I think you need to hear this. I didn't realize that I had put the game in hard mode for everyone, not just for me. I didn't realize that. Okay, so guess what happened? I think you can guess what really happened in this game.
Sure, what to do?
Okay, and we got absolutely destroyed. Okay, I still remember this game. I mean, I have played so many. I have played so many hours, 3, 4, 5,000 hours of combined Counter Strike and Valorant, easily 4,000 plus hours. I do not remember something. I have maybe a few clips, but I remember this match.
Do it. Let me try it. That's hiding.
There was a person who was new to the. Everyone is new to the game, so he was trying to control the helicopter.
Come here.
You see.
Be quick. They must be here soon. Yeah, because we took out the main convoy. I think that's why we are fine. And you know what? Yeah, bro, calm down. Control shift, control.
Oh my god.
Easy. Control is down, shift is up, I think. Yeah. Try shift. Go up, shift up, shift. Go up, more. Yeah, I should have flied it. Shift.
Oh my god. That was fun day.
Missile approaching. Where is a missile? Okay, we missed it. Yeah, just stay up.
This was the first 20 minutes of the game. First 15. In first 10 minutes, that's what happened in that game. First 10 minutes. It was on the Game Pass or something, so that was trial basically with the laptop. I bought the game immediately. I bought it. Okay. I didn't realize we were. I'm not everything is in that recording, but we had amazing time. Amazing time being killed by AI because I had put them on expert. Okay. They were all just. I didn't realize it till after the end of the match. Okay, that's the reason we were losing it. Yeah, but we had an absolute blast, absolute fun. So I would say if you're looking, the reason you're picking up multiplayer games is because you want to play with other people. I would say pick a co-op game. Okay, any game that has a co-op in it, pick it. It will be absolutely amazing. Okay. Second game I still remember. What's the other game? Call of Duty Zombies. Call of Duty World at War Zombies. My God, we had fun. So much fun we had. When it's player versus enemy and the enemies are not actually players, they're not trying to, you know, ruin your game by somehow hacking or cheating or something. You have absolute blast. I can play this game again. I have installed it. I'm going to play it again with other people. And I think co-op games are the number one alternative. The number one alternatives is co-op games. Okay. Now it can be these multiplayer games if they have co-op. I don't mind that. Okay. So there are games in this in which you can play against enemies. Okay. Or fake promises of it like Overwatch 2. But the point is, there are a lot of games, even if it doesn't have story or something like that. I think these co-op games. Oh yeah, I still remember Payday. Payday. My God, we had an absolute blast in that game. I knew nothing about this game. You know, uh, Payday is it? I think. Oh, I don't have the clip. But the point is, Payday. We had an absolute blast, and I was new to the game. I don't play arcade game. It was a completely different experience for me. The games I played, I shoot once the enemy dies. In this game, so I was always out of ammo, and they were always reviving me. And then they explained to me these games are arcade games that you have to play a lot. To but yeah, I had an absolute blast with that game. Even if the ping is not that. Here is the thing: when you are not trying to compete someone else on the other side of the world, other side of the computer, and pings really don't matter, do they? You just want to have fun, and I have had fun in these co-op games immediately without spending a lot. Even if you don't know anything, just use your mic. That's all. Any such games. And even if you can't use mic, like let's say the Call of Duty, I don't remember if that had it or not. But if you find it through Steam guides and Steam, that's why Steam is good. Okay, that's the reason I stick to Steam and I don't like any other thing. But yeah, that's the point. You can just post there, yeah, brother, I want to play this game. Is someone ready to do the missions with me? And they will comment it. You will connect. Even if that game doesn't have mic, you can talk to them on Steam chat or on Steam group or something. Or maybe Discord is, I think, the pretty common alternative. So yeah, I have had amazing time with these games, even if I played them for a few hours. And due to that dopamine rush, we went back to Counter Strike when I shouldn't have. I went back to Valorant. Why? I don't know. Because of that dopamine rush, isn't it? They have made you addicted. After I'm done with this challenge, I wouldn't be surprised if I got rid of all these games. Just when I wanted to, there's a particular health energy drink. It's called Horlicks. I don't know if it's all over the world or not. Where is Horlicks based in? Horlicks around worldwide. Where is it? uh, okay, it's in quite many countries. Okay, I thought it's not that prevalent, but yeah. So basically, you know that, okay. And when I wanted to lose, it's basically full of sugars. It's not a health drink. It's horrible. Okay, go drink juice or something. Don't drink that in the name of health. Okay. When I wanted to leave that, or I gave myself one final week. I played it. Played it. No, I drank it a lot, and so they basically cause constipation. I was constipated also, but I loved it. I loved drinking it. And when I was done, I made a shot that I'm done with this. I am not never going to touch this thing again in my life, and I haven't, and I will not. Even my parents, who thought, my son is drinking Horlicks so much, he must love it. They brought a lot of them, and I told them to return. I was just having my final, the sex before a breakup kind of thing. I was having my final thing with this, and I am done. I am never drinking that. And maybe after I am done with this run, 25th of May 2024, maybe I will never touch Valorant again. Who knows? I wanted to give it a one final try, or maybe let's at least complete this series. I do not care about my ranks in those games. I do not care how I am skilled or not skilled in this game, what I can show off to others. What I do in my real life, that should be the show off. Not some material thing, not some hours spent in a video game. I want to have fun. Plain and simple. I do not have fun just by winning. You do not. You can still have fun if you're even if you're losing horribly. Oh yeah, other alternative, single player games. I understand even if you do not like single player games because you are alone there, stream it. Stream it. Yeah. Take this advice from me. When you do stream it, make the YouTube comments a week or Twitch. I don't know on Twitch if you can do that or not. Oh yeah, Twitch you can also do that. Someone who has been following this channel for a particular time, make that a week. Take this advice from me. On YouTube, make that a week. If someone subscribes or follows your channel now, they should be able to chat with you a week later, not today. Take that advice from me, and you will have an amazing time. Toxic players, toxic people, horrible people who want to ruin your game don't want to wait a week. People who actually want to have fun with you, who actually care about, or like seeing you, they easily wait a week and never change that. Okay, so yeah, even if you are playing single player games, which I'm thinking, you know what, I have not played this game for, I have never completed this game. I played the first season, I loved it, I absolutely loved it, and I never actually played it again because I was more like, streaming and something, and I never thought, you know what, can I even play this game on my own? Maybe not, but I have started downloading it, and I will give it a try. Okay, so the point I'm making is, uh, you do not need to be alone when you're playing single player games. Even just on Steam, okay? Even just on Steam, when you're playing the game, just click on sharing, broadcasting is enabled. Even the Steam friends or your stream will be on the Steam page. A lot of people can watch it there. Even if you do not want to, stream on Twitch. Obviously, you do not need to have camera or mic on, but it's great help. Anyways, some other day we will talk about streaming. If you crave learning a skill, okay, and if you're kind of person, you know what, I have to learn this skill, I have to be better at this game, okay, I have to do this. And if you learn doing that, first thing I told, do it something outside of game. But let's say if you still want to do it in gaming, there are a lot of skill based game that only care about the skill. There are a lot of those games, and in every category you can find that you can get good at. There are a lot. I will give you two examples. The first is, if you go to the home page of this channel, where is it? Where is my channel? That's the Indian channel for the same sort of thing. It's literally on the home page. If you see, it's literally on the home page. Okay, no one else has done it in the world. No one else has done it. Okay, and if you really crave doing that, learning a new skill, there are hundreds of, well, thousand, a lot of games you will never get bored. And here is a very important thing: once you learn that skill, even if you get back to the game years later, you will pick it up immediately. The reason I put Sekiro in it and not Dark Soul is the reason. In Dark Souls, it's more about you trying to it's more about you trying to grind certain area of the game to make your, so basically the time you spent in the game makes you better, makes the other enemies weak. That's not skill. Okay, how that's let me tell you how skill works. You play the game today, okay, you finish the game, you have mastered the game, you come back to this game 5 years later with a new account, or a long time later a new account, and you still have an amazing run. You ruin every enemy and everything, you just speed run it through, basically, because you learned that skill and you want to do that. It's an absolutely amazing feeling. Two games, Sekiro and Dirt Rally, absolutely amazing. I played Dirt Rally. I couldn't play it on controller. I tried playing it. I played it on keyboard. I have had so much fun playing Dirt Rally, I can assure you. This is like meditating. Dirt Rally is like meditating. Okay, it's like meditating. I have had so much fun playing this game. even on the lowest quality setting. You hate it. No, I'm not telling you to play these games, but if you are looking for skill-based game, my God, these are amazing. These are amazing. Even on the keyboard, man, I played on the keyboard. I had an absolute blast. I put everything on the highest difficulty, just like I do. On a short note, I tried Forza, like no skill, even on the highest difficulty. It's like I'm moving a camera around. Yeah, looks pretty good. I wouldn't say that. Looks pretty good. Forza. Yeah, and I might even buy it. But the point is, not for skill, and just to have look at beautiful scenery. Adventure and story games you will absolutely remember. I still remember to this day Walking Dead stories. There are so many alternatives to choose from in adventure or stories. Maybe I will show you those alternatives in the upcoming time in shorts or videos. Okay, where you aren't fighting other players. That's an important thing. Okay, the best games I like to play. Okay, personally, now this is a completely personal opinion. Okay, or with Netflix if you are on PC or you have a console. Sorry, or if you have a console or something. Uh, either the game is completely offline. Okay, I wrote completely offline. You know what? I will talk about Netplay below. Anyways, so either if the game is completely offline, okay, and you just and remember, a lot of these console games can be emulated on phones also. Even I live in the subway that's here in Delhi, India. I have seen people play Tekken 3 on their phones, and it looked absolutely amazing. You know, because mobile games how they have just destroyed gaming as whole. So yeah, emulator games on PC. You can emulate. Just stay away from Nintendo games if you are streaming. Just forget that Nintendo games exist if you are streaming. But for all other games, just download an emulator. Okay, if your computer, if your PC cannot run a particular PS3 game or something, no worries, play a PS2 games. There have been games even for going from PS2, from PS1, even GBA, oldest console that your system can run. You will have an absolute amazing time on this game. I remember playing the NES version of Pokemon Go, or Pokemon. I am saying Pokemon Go. I didn't realize that I should probably level up all my Pokemon to level 50, the highest level, before fighting the main boss. I went to the main boss, okay, and it didn't have an older save slot. I went to the main boss and I only had War Total. What's the evolution of Squirtle called? Squirtle, War Total, and Squirtle evolution, War Total. War Total, several Blastoise. Yeah, I only had Blastoise because that was the first Pokemon I picked up, and I only had that. And I went into the final match, and I was stuck in that loop because I only had one good Pokemon. All the other, I didn't realize that's a probably, and I spent like 50, 60 hours on that game. It is, but I had fun. But I had fun. Okay, unless if you're streaming, stay away from Nintendo. Okay, not only will they close your channel, they will send a legal threat to your home. Okay, anyway, so yeah, stay away from them. Even if you are genuine and even if you own the actual platform, I would still say stay away from those guys. Stay away from Nintendo. Remember that. Okay, no need to play those games. And if you do, oh yeah, I'm talking about streaming. If streaming, just stay away from it. Unless you're not streaming, just have fun. Yeah, sure, pick it up. The best games I like to play completely offline, or let me tell you a story. This is a real story. In my first job, there were a lot of old all-in-one PCs lying around, very old, not that good. But what I did was I installed the PS2 emulator on that, on every system, and installed Tekken 6, I think it was, and I installed a small plugin. It's called NetPlay or something. It was called, and since they were all on the same network, I taught all of them how to connect with each other, and everyone was playing Tekken 6. Oh my god, amount of hours we spent playing Tekken 6 in that office. My God. I wonder how we even got some work done. Everyone was playing Tekken 6. My God. Oh, before that, we used to play Pocket Tanks. Yeah, they probably shouldn't have hired me. Anyways, yeah. Anyways. But I was the only one with some valid skill for them to hire. Anyways, so yeah, the point I'm making is even the old console live game, you can emulate them. You can play net play with them. Net play is one thing. The other is the net play. So net play is basically in your local area or a person who is willing to play a game with you. Oh, on this point, there are quite a few games on Steam that are not actually multiplayer, but you can remote play together. Okay, so maybe it doesn't have an online multiplayer thing. Okay, but there is a game, but it has remote play, so they will actually see your screen in a video. So that is only between you two guys, not online live streaming or something. And where is it? And you can still play it. I'm trying to find where the category is. Categories? No. It's called, I think it's remote play. It should be remote play. Okay, let me just click on multiplayer. Maybe it will show remote play. Okay, what's the name of the game? Monopoly. I think that has a remote play. Board game multiplayer. Remote play. You can see remote play together. If I just click on this, yeah, here are so many 11,000 games. So many games sorted by relevance. Okay, so Baldur's Gate. Oh my God, I don't care about such isometric games, but when I played this game, I was like, I should probably play it with someone else. Okay, when I was testing this game, obviously, I do not own this game, but I really want to. It's on wish list. I really want to buy this game, and I really want to play it with someone else. Probably, who I will probably marry. Oh, It Takes Two is on discount right now. There is one more game called I think it's the same publisher or something. Hazelight, I think. A Way Out, yeah. This, my sister had an absolutely amazing fun playing with her friends this game. Absolutely amazing. Oh yeah, so those two things before I wanted to touch on the last point. Yeah, netplay. So these games, the offline games, you can play with netplay with each other, and even on phones. Okay, you can play these games if you both have the same game installed, same actual disk file installed. In college, that is what I did. I installed NES on a lot of people, and we used to play Contra together on just sitting close to each other, one player at a time, and they all loved it. God, I should have been in computer science. Anyways, yeah, I would have done pretty amazing things. Yeah, if streaming is or with Netplay. Uh, yeah, that is basically it is what I wanted to say in this video. Now, referring to, since I have made this video, I will make another video on maybe why you want to play it. Okay, but let me be very realistic. What I say in this trumps what I'm going to say in that video. Okay, what I have said in this video is more relevant. It's much more than what I can even come up with in that video. Okay, because everything in that will be dopamine induced. Dopamine is not a drug that you want to live on all your life. I remember that. Oxytocin, serotonin, things when you help others without thinking about yourself, when you have fun in a group together, those are the drugs that you should crave if you really want to. When you help a poor person, a blind person cross the road, and someone else sees that, just helping them, they also get this drug. Okay, and I am saying if you are in gaming, try to find those drugs, not dopamine. Dopamine is not what you should do. Yeah, I will make another video, and this was the first video. A big warning, 1.5 hours of warning, about 100 minutes easily. That even before going into this playlist, I remember that it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Seriously, it's not worth it. I have already spent my hours, and I am now thinking of completely quitting them. But just so you know, even after these many hours, I do not have fun in these games. Even I had such a horrible experience the last day. I just quit. I just quit playing in the middle of the research. I just immediately stopped. I was like, I am not playing this game. And that was not, so you know what, some little experience or something. That happens every day. But that day I was sick and I was bored, and I just wanted to, close that thing. No, I'm still going to complete this series because I don't want to. I do not want to, you know, don't want to leave anything hanging. In my life, I have done quite a bit. I will just start something and not see it through. I want to see that through, and I will make videos on my final on this channel also. I will make what I have learned with all the agents and everything, and playing ranked so many games. I will let everyone know. I think that should be at least 5 agents per 5 matches per agent, 6 or 7, I would say. So how much is 25 times 500? I have no idea. I think it will 150 or 200 games. I think easily it will happen. I think about 200 games ranked in a month. And I will share my experience both in terms of what can help you in that game and why you probably shouldn't. But I have already made that list, already making that. Yeah, that's the point of the video. From the rest of the video, I will simply refer to this video. Okay, so that I do not have to speak everything. Okay, and I will just say, remember the first video, that this is not worth your time. I will say that, but for the rest of the video, I will not talk about it. That's the main reason to make this video, because I do not want to, in every video, I do not want to be that person that completely tells you that, oh, you know what, you should play this game, but I probably shouldn't. This is how you should play them. That's how you should strategize. But you should probably find something better to do with your life. I do not want to say that statement in every video that comes after this in this series, and that was the reason I wanted to make this video. I will just refer to this video, and maybe even not even refer to that. I will just say that, watch this playlist from the beginning. This should be the first video, so everyone should watch this video before watching any other video. Okay, hope that helps. See you guys later.